Week on Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz will sit down with George and Cindy Anthony, the parents of Casey Anthony, about their reaction to what the families of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie might be going through. And Dr. Oz is joining us live this morning with a preview of that. First of all, good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. This case has fascinated America, and it's, to remind everybody, it's 10 years since the verdict that stunned the nation. And so George and Cindy Anthony flew up to New York, sat on my stage, and we went through in detail what they feel really happened with their daughter. But the eerie similarities to what's happened in the Petito Laundrie case are there, as you allude to. One issue is what happened to the Laundrie body, which is it gets destroyed by the elements, so it's hard to figure out what happened to him and how he died. That's not dissimilar from what happened to little Kaylee Anthony. Remember, the 2-year-old was found months later. No one's really sure how she died.
Yeah, Dr. Oz, and I think one of the other things, a lot of people get upset when they feel like too much attention is being paid to one missing person case, in the case of Gabby Petito. But I think it wasn't so much that as it was the mystery surrounding the family, right? The parents changing when, Brian disappeared, and everybody gets caught up in, well, where does the truth lie in all of this? And it's very similar to the Anthony case, because as you remember, Casey was telling all these bizarre stories about Zanny the nanny, and nobody knew what to believe.
And even George and Cindy Anthony, the parents, on my show, broke into an argument about what they think happened to their granddaughter, which I was stunned by. I would think by now they would have figured out amongst themselves what went down. And you highlight one big issue, which is the lack of a clear understanding of what the Laundrie family was doing when they realized their son may have been a murderer, similar to what happened with the Anthony family when they realized that Casey may have killed their granddaughter. But there's more to this story, really, which is what happened to law enforcement. In the case of the Laundrie family, he comes back to Florida. Petito's missing, presumed dead pretty quickly, because no one's calling back the Petito family when they're asking what happened to their daughter, and law enforcement's not surrounding Laundrie or insisting on taking a statement, and then he disappears. And so we begin to wonder, where's everybody? Why are half the murders in America not solved?
Yeah, it's just so horrific for the families to get no closure and feel like they didn't get any justice. Getting back to George and Cindy Anthony, how are they handling this 10 years later? I think Casey, from what we know, is still living, I think, in South Florida, and every now and then these stories will pop up about what she's doing. Do they keep in touch with her? What's the status?
Well, Cindy Anthony admitted that she does keep in touch with Casey. George, however, has not stayed in touch with her after his near-lethal car accident, where she did reach out to him. But she had a recent run-in with the police at a bar, and George was saying, what is she doing in a bar? She should be getting her life together. And he feels by not enforcing what he believes, remember, he's a police officer. Right. So he said that she should have gone to jail, he believes, and that would have actually helped her deal with the issues that she's still struggling with. Cindy Anthony takes a very different perspective. She doesn't think her daughter was involved in the death of the granddaughter, and thinks justice was served.
Wow. You mentioned that they got into an argument about that on stage with you. Is that what the root of the argument was about?
It was Cindy Anthony believing that the granddaughter died in the pool and giving reasons for it, and George arguing there's no way that Zanny the nanny, as you pointed out, was actually a medication given to the granddaughter that caused an overdose. But the bigger question he asked is, why would my daughter not have told anyone that the granddaughter was missing? I mean, if she was completely innocent, then why didn't she help us understand what had happened to our granddaughter? And Cindy has an answer for that. It goes back and forth. They've obviously thought about this a lot.
Yeah, 10 years. It's just hard to wrap our heads around it. Something that, of course, everybody lived through in Central Florida. Dr. Oz, we're very much looking forward to that show. And, of course, we love having you with us. Thanks so much, and have a great rest of the day.
God bless.
You too. Take care. Remember, you can watch the Dr. Oz Show weekdays at 2 right here on Fox 35. And coming up on Good Day Orlando, no break for drivers at the pump. Gas